If you remember playing Diddy Kong Racing, upon selecting your character of choice, there's a character called Timber the Tiger, an anthropomorphic tiger cub that wears a blue cap with a rare logo on it. But what if I told you he was meant to be the main character of Diddy Kong Racing, become something greater, and even possibly be the mascot for Rare at one point? So ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video on Timber the Tiger, the video game mascot that never was. It all started when a group of 4 Rare developers, led by Chris Stanford, the lead engineer, Lee Musgrave, the artist, Rob Harrison, the software engineer, and Lee Schumann, the designer, were tasked to make a real-time strategy game based on cavemen and time travel for the N64. But it was scrapped not that far in development. They decided to work on a racing game based on animal characters instead. It was first titled Wild Cartoon Kingdom, and then Adventure Racers, and then called Pro-Am 64, a sequel to an NES game RC Pro-Am that Rare worked on back in the day. So they decided to work on that instead for over a year. That's where Timber comes in. He was already the main character of the game, along with other cutesy animal critters. So what happened? Well, Rare presented the game behind closed doors at E3 1997 with Shigeru Miyamoto playing the game. He enjoyed the game and saw the other animal characters, so he decided to offer a deal to Rare. He offered Diddy Kong to be the main character instead of Timber the Tiger. A bunch of new employees that worked on Pro-Am 64 did not like the idea of having Diddy Kong being the main character of the game, but they later warmed up to the idea of having Diddy Kong being the main character. So on November 21st, 1997, Diddy Kong Racing was released for Europe and Japan, and later on November 24th, 1997, it was finally released in North America. In the end, Timber's Island was the only thing left from the original concept for Pro-Am 64. On September 24th, 2002, Microsoft bought Rare from Nintendo for $375 million. Upon researching, according to the Mario Wiki, Timber, Conker, Banjo, Bumper, Pipsy, Drumstick, TT, Ty, Tricky, Bluey, Blubber, Smokey, and Whizpig are now owned by Microsoft. Timber did appear in Diddy Kong Racing DS. Timber's blue cap logo was changed from the Rare logo to a Nintendo DS logo due to the Microsoft buyout. And the only reason Diddy Kong Racing DS actually happened is because Microsoft didn't have any handheld consoles. Timber was most likely going to appear in 2 canceled Diddy Kong Racing games. One being called Diddy Kong Racing Adventure, that was pitched by Climax Group in 2004, in which Timber was going to use a supersonic roar to slow down the other racers. And there was another canceled Diddy Kong Racing game called Donkey Kong Racing that was announced at E3 of 2001. And it was most likely Timber was going to return. I mean, they have Ty there, so most likely Timber's going to come back. But sadly, that game was canceled due to the Microsoft buyout. This seems to be the end for Timber the Tiger. On February 20th, 2021, a prototype of the N64 game called Dinosaur Planet was leaked. According to Kevin Bayless, a former Rare employee, he stated that Timber was going to be the main character of the game, and he would have been a time-traveling tiger with a rucksack, fingerless gloves, and a baseball cap. And he would have had like a small dinosaur sidekick. In the end, Timber the Tiger had a bright future, but sadly it didn't happen. I find it hard to believe that Diddy Kong, Microsoft, Fox McCloud, Crystal, and even Rare themselves screwed over Timber the Tiger. Better yet, no, they didn't screw him over. They went tiger hunting, and just like the Tasmanian tiger, he went extinct. They murdered my boy Timber. They fucking murdered him to the point that not even Microsoft, Rare, or Nintendo even acknowledged him. That's how they murdered my boy. It's a shame, really. I mean, he had a bright future, and all of a sudden they just fucking murdered him. Like, damn. It seems that all hope is lost. He will never get a game. Or so we thought. Ladies and gentlemen, we found an official Timber the Tiger game published by Nintendo. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Timber's Balloon Pop. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it, boys! He finally got his own fucking game! We did, boys! He actually got his own game! He finally got the recognition he deserves. My boy Timber, he actually did it. After being rejected so many times, he actually got his own game. Ladies and gentlemen, clap for our boy Timber. He actually did it. And to celebrate, we're actually going to play his game. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? We're actually going to play the game. Here we go. Oh. I can't find it. Does anybody have the game? Did anybody save the game? This is the only existence of Timber the Tiger's game. Did anybody save it? No? No? Well, at least there's footage of it. I mean, that's nice for history's sake. Poor Timber. Even the internet doesn't care about him. But I do. I care, Timber. I care.